Welcome to the third episode of Drunk Powerscaling, the show where I hungoverly powerscale my favourite characters. In today's episode, we're hopping back into Mortal Kombat and taking a look at the Prince of the Shokan, Goro. Since NRS started writing the lore with MK9, Goro has been done very dirty, so hopefully today I can spread some light on just how insane Goro potentially really is. Born the prince of the mighty Shokan people, Goro was a natural fighter, leading his people through dozens of wars and victories for the glory of Shao Kahn. And eventually he ended up fighting in the legendary tournament of Mortal Kombat, hosted by Shang Tsung. Here, he claimed victory by defeating the Shaolin warrior Kung Lao in Mortal Kombat, granting him the title of Grand Champion. Fueled by his bloodlust, he continued to participate in the tournament for over 500 years, remaining the undefeated champion throughout the entire time. That was until a new warrior from Earthrealm by the name of Liu Kang entered the tournament. For the first time, Goro was defeated, and Liu Kang continued to win the whole tournament. Humiliated by this, Goro disappeared, presumed dead, with the eventual hope that he can reclaim his lost honor. And while we don't know for certain if he ever reclaimed that honor, one thing's for sure: Goro will never relent, and will always aim to make his people proud, no matter the cost.
I will give you a warrior's name.
So let's talk abilities. The Shokan are half humanoid, half dragon people, and with that comes a variety of perks, such as an enhanced lifespan, as Goro is over 2,000 years old. They have super strength, and Goro specifically practices in the Shokan and Kuotan fighting styles. Goro possesses sharp bladed weapons called Dragon Fangs. He also wields quadruple size. Of course, there's his signature move, the iconic Punch Walk, along with Shokan Grab, Stomp, Arm Spin, Goro Grab, and my personal favourite, the Taunt. It does nothing but showcase Goro's muscles. He possesses green energy projection in the form of Shokan Bolt, which he can fire from his hands, mouth, or engulf his attacks with this energy. Because he's half dragon, he can spit fire from his hands or mouth, because why the hell not? He can create shockwaves of fire and turn into a Beyblade. And he can create small tremors. Of course, there's his super and finishing moves, which I refuse to show on screen. Lastly, his most powerful attack that hasn't been seen since the 90s is, of course, the gun, granted to him by the god of order, Abacus. Unfortunately, this was taken away from him, but it will always live on in my heart. So, let's talk about just how powerful Goro potentially is.
Goro wins. Fatality.
He's strong enough to survive 10 MK tournaments. He can casually smash human skulls and rip off limbs. His kicks are so powerful that they create craters. He's strong enough to rip a guy in half. He can pick up a pillar and swing it like a club. He's wrecked a police car. He sent Jax flying through 2 walls of solid stone. He's easily bent a lamppost. He can bend steel. He's defeated the great Kung Lao. He's knocked Johnny Cage and Kung Lao out in a single punch. He's killed Draman. He's defeated Zagat, the god of chaos. He scales to Kotal Khan, who destroyed a ship. In Shaolin Monks, he's taken on Liu Kang and Kung Lao fighting together, who both scale to that game Shang Tsung, who sank an entire island. He scales to Sub-Zero, who can create large ice constructs and froze a city. He's superior to Tremor, who caused a city-wide earthquake. This one's arguable, but in Timeline 1 and 2, he's capable of fighting on par with Liu Kang, which is notable since in both timelines, Shang Tsung, who Liu has consistently been equal to, has the Well of Souls as a fraction of his power. This Well of Souls allowed characters as weak as Jackie Briggs to overpower Cetrion, an Elder God. It's a weird scaling chain, I know, but it's kinda reasonable. This is another head scratcher, but he's equal to Kotal Khan, who once defeated Shao in one-on-one combat. This is noteworthy as Shao scales to the Elder Gods as discussed in the previous video, as well as Blaze. What do I think? Well, MK11 Shao was intentionally nerfed by the writers since he wasn't the main villain of that game. From a lore perspective, there's no reason to believe Shao would hold back against Kotal, and even then, he eventually defeated Kotal twice later on, and even killed him, suggesting that more times than not, Shao is Kotal's superior. Even then, Shao's realm merging isn't even scalable to other characters, since it isn't even an attack, rather a measure of how much energy Shao has at his peak, and his first battle against Kotal was not his peak. Let's entertain the idea, however, just in case you do buy Shao Kahn scaling for Kotal and Goro. Setron was capable of growing as large as a planet and blasting a laser down, making her large planet level. And screw it, let's go even further. Setron and the other Elder Gods split the infinitely sized universe into several separate fragments, which is how the realms were created. Does this sound silly for Goro to you? Because you'd be right in my opinion. Realm merging scaling doesn't work since Shao does not consistently use this strength in combat. He only uses it when he absolutely needs to. However, it also needs to be noted that after MK11's events, there are now infinite timelines where Goro and everyone else became the Titan of Time, meaning infinite versions of Goro equal to the one in the main timeline can defeat Kronika, who in their battle had control over all of time within the potentially infinite MK universe. So Goro can be placed anywhere between small city to potentially universal in attack potency. Of course, the higher tier scaling is obviously up to your opinion. I'm still not confident myself on where I'd put mid tier to low tier characters. With that being said, let's move on to speed. Low tier MK characters can all dodge bullets. He's comparable to Cabal, who can deflect assault rifle bullets. He can scale to Sub-Zero, who can dodge missiles. He's kept up with lightning timers like Quan Chi, who can react to Raiden's lightning, and he can likely scale to Shinnok in terms of speed, who did the same. If you want to use Setron scaling, then her Planet Fatality can be used for speed as well. He's kept up with Kano, and lesser characters like Sonya can move in tandem with Kano's lasers. Of course, he's kept up with Kotal Khan, who shot beams of light directly from the sun and regularly uses these in combat. So even if you don't buy Setron scaling, Goro can get to relativistic plus levels of speed to potentially light speed, depending on your interpretation of Kotal's feats. And I'm completely okay with this. Man, Death Battle really nerfed him. Issues aside, let's move on to our final category, durability. He survived Cyber Sub-Zero's freezing, has taken hits from the diamond crushing Johnny Cage, he survived a laser through the chest, being hit by an ice beam comparable to Sub-Zero, he struggled off a blow from Kotal Khan, who broke his jaw. He survived being close range to an attack that fried Rain. He's equal to Noob Saibot, who survived the Soulnator's explosion. He scales to Kintaro, who survived an atomic bomb level nuke. He should be equal to Nitara, who survived a blast from an orb that contained the energy needed to sustain the merger between Outworld and Viternus. He got his arms chopped off by a Kamidogu-powered Kotal Khan, and Kamidogus supposedly have the power of an entire realm behind them. Although this is up to interpretation, if you do buy it, realms are anywhere between solar system and infinite in size. Goro has also survived a blast from the Combatants, who had the power of Raiden, who has summoned power equal to the Big Bang before in that same continuity. So yeah, another headache scaling wise. At minimum, the Kintaro feat gets Goro to multi-city block level. If you buy Nitara's feat, that implies planet to solar system or even universal durability, given the size of realms. And lastly, if you buy the Combatant having the peak potential of Raiden, then this is again potentially universal durability. It's up to you which of the three you buy. So with that, there's episode 3 complete. Given how pathetic MK's main writers have made Goro over the years, I hope I can put a bit of respect back on his name. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, stay safe, and as always, be excellent to each other.
Face death like a warrior. But champ! Stop saying that! You're no champ! I am the champion of Mortal Kombat!